Good morning. It is Thursday, October 21st. I'm Danielle Wiggins with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the WKYC Facebook and YouTube pages. Tonight, the Cleveland Browns are playing at home in Thursday night football, but they'll be doing it without their starting quarterback. Case Keenum, well, we know what he is saying about his start tonight. You'll see in just a minute. But first, Hollie's here with your game day forecast.
Thank you, Danielle. And yeah, we are tracking rain. And if you are not already seeing or dealing with some showers and thunderstorms for that matter, we're going to continue with those chances through the afternoon. So considering the Muni lot opens at noon today, tailgating, big Browns game tonight, there is going to be that potential for wet weather through the afternoon and even this evening and tonight. So thunderstorms can't be ruled out. Some could be strong with gusty winds and heavy rains. This is the view at 6 o'clock, and we're still looking at some of those showers. We definitely see a bit of a break as we get into tonight, but then these leftover lake showers are kicking in. So that's why we could even be talking wet weather throughout the actual Browns game too. And as we get into your Friday, more of the leftover showers around. Tomorrow morning's commute is going to include scattered light rain showers and highs only in the 50s. And it is going to be a much cooler vibe in general as we get into the weekend itself. Here's the view early Saturday, and look at that. We've got more rain showing up. Here's your forecast for the rest of today. 67 the high. That is about normal for this time of the year, and tracking rain and storms. And then we're just going to call it the big cool down for tomorrow, the weekend, even early next week. Highs will be in the 50s. We've got rain chances on and off the weekend into even early next week. By next Wednesday, leading up to Halloween weekend, will be dry, partly sunny, much more seasonal with highs in the 60s. Danielle, back to you.
Thank you so much, Hollie. And this morning, the search for Brian Laundrie in Florida came with a surprising discovery. Police officials, along with Laundrie's parents, found partial human remains and some items belonging to Brian in a Florida park. Brian Laundrie has been missing for weeks. His girlfriend, Gabby Petito, was found strangled to death in Wyoming back on September 19th. Nicholas Cruz has pleaded guilty to killing 17 students in the 2018 shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, the deadliest high school shooting in U.S. history. The case for the 23-year-old now goes to a 12-member jury that will decide and determine whether Cruz is sentenced to death or life in prison without parole. And big news this morning. When it comes to COVID-19, the Food and Drug Administration approved booster shots for both the Johnson & Johnson vaccine and the Moderna vaccine. The approval came after an advisory board gave unanimous approval for additional shots of both vaccines last week. The committee recommended a third Moderna shot for elderly and at-risk individuals 6 months after their first series of shots. Anyone 18 and over who received the Johnson & Johnson shot more than 2 months ago is eligible to get a second shot. And when it comes to getting kids vaccinated, well, the White House has new plans. This would only be for the Pfizer vaccine. An FDA panel of experts will take up the issue October 26th, and the CDC panel will discuss it November 2nd. Then they'll make their decision whether to grant emergency use authorization. If that happens, the government has worked with Pfizer to repackage vaccines specifically for this age group. They have 25,000 pediatricians and family doctors, as well as other sources, to give the shots.
By sending vaccines to pediatricians, pharmacies, community health centers, and rural health centers, working with children's hospitals to host vaccination sites, including on nights and weekends, helping schools stand up vaccination clinics, and deploying mobile clinics to meet families where they are, we will ensure that vaccinations for kids ages 5 through 11 are easy, convenient, and accessible to every family.
Akron Children's Hospital's new president and CEO, Christopher Gessner, says his hospital is ready to set up clinics and help get vaccines in schools. While he says kids fare better with COVID than adults, vaccinating them can help get the pandemic under control.
It's important that we help to end this pandemic for everyone, right? And kids, even though they don't get as sick as some adults, most kids, thank goodness, as I mentioned, they can spread the disease. And I think it's part of our duty here at Children's to help parents understand the safety and efficacy of this and the importance of getting this vaccine.
3 News is going to be having a special panel discussion about kids and vaccines with top medical professionals. Our Monica Robbins, Jim Donovan, and Sarah Shookman are hosting. That will air Thursday, November 4th at 7 p.m. Okay, here we go. Tonight, well, it's Cleveland Browns versus Denver Broncos. Well, both teams coming in with 3 wins and 3 losses. But the Browns will be coming in without their starting quarterback. Baker Mayfield will not play tonight. He re-aggravated his torn labrum in his shoulder during Sunday's loss to the Cardinals. He's had 51 straight starts as the Browns quarterback. So, who will be starting as quarterback? Well, I told you at the top, Case Keenum. Well, he's been with the Browns since Kevin Stefanski came on as head coach. And Keenum says, well, he's ready for tonight.
I'm built for this. This is what I've done my whole career, not knowing if I'm going to start up until game time, to not knowing who's out there with me, to introducing myself to players while I'm calling a play type stuff. So, I'm excited. What better chance to take advantage of an opportunity than on Thursday Night Football.
Kickoff is at 8:20. Okay, so you see that on your screen here. Today, for the first time in 8 years, Ohio license plates will get a new look. Governor Mike DeWine and the BMV will unveil the new design in Columbus. The new plates will be available to drivers across the state by the end of the year.
We raise our class. It's the first fourth Christmas sale, everybody.
Okay, get ready for some cheers and beers. Great Lakes Brewing Company will pour its first Christmas ale of the year today. The brewery opens at 11 a.m. with the first keg tapped at 11:30. Guests are welcome, but need to show a COVID vaccine card or a negative COVID test. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is gearing up for the October 30th induction of its newest members at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. But just yesterday, the Rock Hall helped celebrate a special class of graduates. The Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Recovery Court and the Greater Cleveland Drug Court held a combined graduation ceremony at the Rock Hall. The ceremony featured about 20 graduates of the city's drug court, who, well, they help clients to overcome addiction issues linked to criminal activity. Okay, a little farther south, a different Hall of Fame. Well, fans, they met their newest leader. Jim Porter was introduced as the new president of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Porter served as marketing director at the Hall. He takes over from David Baker, who retired last week after 7+ years on the job. Porter says he's ready to take the Hall forward.
Honor the heroes of the game. Keep the Hall of Famers out where they're supposed to be. Honor what they've done and preserve its history. That's what we do inside the Hall. So if I keep those 2 things in mind, and every decision that we make is based on those 2 things, we're going to be all right.
Porter says this has been a moment he's been dreaming about his entire life. So congratulations to him. Well, thank you for taking time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you the stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and beyond. Make sure you continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day. And don't forget, our weather team is also tracking the rain in our area. Check out their forecast in the weather section of WKYC.com. I'm Danielle Wiggins, and I'll see you Friday morning on Go, hopefully a Victory Friday, starting at 4:30 a.m. Have a great day, everybody, and keep on persevering.